years under this rule, and it's hard to get that out. Because we've been here, and that's the way our society functions, and that's the way it has already set up everything. So when a child gets 13, 14 years old, we say they should have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. We allow for that. You know, I was not one advocate of that with my children. I was not an advocate of it. Not that they didn't do it. I was not an advocate of it. I didn't want that. Because I wanted them to get married. The person that they wanted to make covenant with, the person that they wanted to enter into covenant with, and that's the person I wanted them to marry. I didn't want this. Because you can have this, never have this. And definitely never have that. You know, like some other people say, you know, what is that? Drive the car before you put it in the garage. Is that the same? Jerry know what I'm talking about. Jerry? Huh?
By the cow and get milk.
Yeah, that's another saying. But it was one of driving the car. Drive the car before you put it in the garage. You know what they're saying. Come on. Brother McGregor, help me out. Help me out. Brother like, no. Can't help you there. But it was another saying that my great uncles and them used to say all the time. That, you know, that's that thing that you're supposed to do. You know, you test it out. You know, test the waters. You know, you do all of this stuff to see if that's really. What does that accomplish? Doesn't do anything. Doesn't guarantee that you're going to have a marriage. Doesn't guarantee you're going to have a successful marriage. You're just practicing marriage because you're not supposed to do that. You're practicing something you don't have a license to do. I told you about my pastor overseas in Germany that before I got me, he used to say that all the time. Don't go fishing without a license. Yes, ma'am.
How do you get the marriage if you don't have a boyfriend?
See, that's our society. That's what we think. We think the progression is to go from girlfriend, boyfriend, to fiancé, and then to marriage. In the Bible, it just went straight to marriage. You got to know the person in the marriage. That's the purpose of marriage. You got to know them when you jump the broom, said I do, whatever else. You got to know them because now you're in covenant. Till death do we part. That wasn't the problem. That was the purpose of growing together in the marriage. In a marriage. See, we adopted the way of the Romans so we could step out here and then go to somebody else. And we can have 45 girlfriends and boyfriends until we find what we think is the right one. And then we move to fiancé. And then we move to marriage.
So what you're saying is it was nothing that happened in between?
No, they went straight to marriage.
Wow.
We're going to go to the scripture, and we're going to talk about that, about how they move straight. When we go into the word, I want you to see, that's why we laying this foundation first, so you understand. So when you see it, and you're going to go, wow, what? There was no courting. There was no nothing.
Like the example you gave with David with the young lady ended up marrying, that ended up giving him his men.
Abigail, yeah.
He just knew her for that one time.
That's all.
He came back and married her. He didn't date her.
No.
He married her because she was wise. That's it.
That's it.
He didn't say anything else.
That's it. They got to know each other in the marriage.
So they found out everything about their person after the marriage.
After the marriage took place. That's right.
Wow.
But I believe what she's trying to ask is, in this society here, what we do, we date to get to know the individual.
Sure.
But you can't date and not be intimate. And that's how you will get to know the individual. By not being, don't be intimate.
Well, what do we mean by intimate? Because we talked about intimacy as not being sexual.
Right.
Holding hands,
Well, you ain't got to do that either.
kissing. See, so no intimacy at all. Because see, they didn't. In Bible days, there was no intimacy. You didn't hold hands. You didn't sit there and pop popcorn and watch the star. No, they didn't do any of that. They just went straight to marriage. Because why? There's a biology. Somebody's going to get in trouble. I told you when we did the introduction.
They done suck. Now they hold hands and suck.
Back in the day. Oh, back in the day.
Sit there and look at her for 2-3 hours and look.
But remember, when did Adam get to know woman?
I don't know.
After the marriage.
After marriage, because God brought woman to Adam.
And he never knew what a woman was.
That's right.
He never knew what a woman was.
That's true.
He hadn't the slightest idea. It was his first.
First time.
But he knew her when he seen her.
He knew she was given to him. Oh, absolutely.
But I was saying, this
Absolutely. It's flesh of my flesh. Absolutely.
Adam was very pleased.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he had no doubt about that.
He knew it wasn't a man.
He knew what a man. That much he knew.
He knew it was something he's supposed to have.
He saw the animals do it, so he wanted to do it too. That's right. That was his thing. That was part of what he was supposed to do. Wasn't that his command? To replenish the earth, right? That was what he was supposed to. He couldn't replenish the earth by himself. So God brought him a woman. Took out of him and made a woman. Didn't create, made a woman. Different. He was created. She was made. Because she was taken from him. He was taken from the dirt. She was taken from him. That's why you can go to any x-ray today and do an x-ray. 13 on this side, 12 on this side. You got Miseria. Every man. It's part of your DNA. So that's why that woman come up to your left-hand side, close to your heart, and right. But she sit there. That's your Rhea. She completes you. I know some people say, she don't complete me at all. Well, I'm sorry about you. But she completes you because she is your helpmeet. She's the missing part of you that you can't do by yourself. She's the missing part of you. And she helps to complete you because she's there to add in what you need to accomplish what God has given you to do. That's why she's there. She's your helpmeet. Help you to meet what did God give you as a visionary to meet. She's there to help you meet that. That's what she does. That's why she's your Rhea. That's why she was taken from your left-hand side and not your right. Well, what's the significance of that? What is the right hand? We talked about this a long time ago. Right hand is the side of authority and power. Where does Jesus sit? In God's what? The place of authority and power. The left hand is a place of service. That's what she's there. She's there to help you. She serves. She helps you. She's not there to be your head. That's why she wasn't taken from the right side. She was taken from the left. The place of service. Now, we're going to get into these other words. And I don't want y'all scouring up and rolling your neck. You know, because we're going to talk about some words as we're setting this premise. We're going to talk about a couple of words that women view as nasty words. Submit, ooh, that's a nasty word to a woman, but it's necessary.
You gotta worry about that for me, because someone needs to find out after this one. I mean, seriously, it's gonna be transformational because I never knew that.
That's why. She was taken from his left-hand side. See, that's why. We have to know what God, his purpose. He had a purpose the whole time. And we've got to know what the purpose is that God has established. That's why there's a divine order in 1 Corinthians 11. And when we get out of that order, that's when we have problems. That's why society is like it is now. Because we removed ourselves from it. And we've gotten out of that divine order. And then men don't do the things that they're supposed to do to establish the divine order. We step out and we allow certain things. And because we don't do what we're supposed to do, we don't bring that security and comfort to her to where she can be, because that's what she wants to do. But we don't bring her that, so she has to step into another role. And she'll step into that role, but that's not where she wants to be. That's not at all where she wants to be. But we allow it because we're not where we're supposed to be. And because we're not where we're supposed to be, we allow her to step into a role she really doesn't want. And then that brings about other things.